Neverness to Everness is going to release in about 11 to 12 hours from this recording. But in today's video, I wanted to go over a bunch of tier lists to just prove that tier lists are totally ridiculous in this game. I've never seen a more contradicting tier list game ever. I've been playing gacha games since Brave Frontier, and it's crazy. But that's what we're going to go over today. Leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't yet already. I do appreciate it. That's about the channel. Let's quickly go over a bunch of tier lists here because I just want to get one thing clear. Honestly, I think Neverness to Everness has to be one of those games where I've considered tier lists to just be ridiculous because I feel like NTE, in my opinion, is just one of those games where there is so much things to do in the game that Abyss, or dealing the most damage in the game, is not really as strong suited as other games are, especially when we have characters that are going to be coming out like Lacrimosa and then Hotori. There's other characters coming out in the future that can obviously shake up the meta and just prove that okay, now this character is stronger because Hotori are out. And it's just regurgitated information when it comes to the tier list. Now I'll be honest, really, if you want the best damage dealer, right? I think we all can agree it's not only if you want, something good for module every day, you're gonna pick Hater, right? If you want a good buffer, you're gonna pick Sakiti. But when it comes to tier lists, there's so much information that you can just seek out, and there's so many differing opinions whether characters got buffed or nerfed. Like people complaining that Daffodil got nerfed, even though she was just adjusted and still does good damage. And then you have characters like Hater that China was complaining gets interrupted easily during attacks and it's hard to use, but it comes to find out that she's actually really easy to use. So it's like, who is telling lies and who is telling the truth here? And then you see tier lists like this where Daffodil is T0, and then you have Daffodil in T1, and then there's certain tier lists that have T0.5, and it's like an in-between section. So it's like, oh, is it like must pull or is it not? And it's just ridiculous at this point. I'm just gonna be honest. I think in NTE, just pick whatever character is your favorite. I'm personally gonna pick Ji Yuan. I feel like she looks super cool. Not the outfit or anything. I really don't care about that. But like the actual like combat, the gameplay, the dual pistol, like I actually like it a lot. Like it actually looks interesting to play. It looks fun to play. And of course, she has her own team and stuff to go for. And I just feel like that's something you should mostly invest in. You're already gonna get Cheese. Cheese is already super good as a character. Will take care of all your late game needs, being a single target based character. So at the end of the day, what are you really playing meta for? Nanali or Sakiti, right? If you don't care about that and you just want to simply enjoy the game, play what you want. NTE, I don't see NTE as being one of these hardcore combat games. We can already see it from how the combat looks. And when you do play the game, because I've played the beta already, when you guys have understanding of how combat works, you realize there's a very simple 1-2-3 system. Of course, a lot of these ARPG gacha games nowadays are easy 1-2-3 systems, but NTE, it won't be as difficult as people think it will be. I feel like they're gonna really try to take advantage of the social aspects of the game and even have characters catered in the future that have a lot more social aspects or increased to funds or housing and things like that that you would want to pull for them rather than, oh, it's going to be a strong character that will make this character OP. But that's just my opinion on tier lists. Everyone has their own opinion. If you want to follow tier lists, sure. If you want to min max, sure. But my personal opinion, I would just go for who you want to go for. Like, Fadia is an A. You know how many people are gonna pull for Fadia? Let's just be real here. Like Fadia B, A, who cares? They're gonna pull for the mommy character, right? Like, who cares? Like, people look at Fadia and then they're gonna say, "Oh, I'm not gonna pull for Fadia." That's a lie. That's a lie. There's so many people that are gonna pull for Fadia. They don't care about the tier list that she's all the way down there. They'll make it work. promise me. They'll make it work. And I feel like in so many games, characters that people say, oh, they won't work, they end up working. They end up working some way. You have that one crazy guy that's like, I'm gonna make it work. And then people just follow suit. But that's just my opinion. That's gonna be the end of this video. Obviously, you guys can do whatever you would like to. More videos coming along the way. I will have a day one guide as well, going over a bunch of day one things, because there is actually something super important day one that you guys need to do, because there's not going to be much time left to get it done, because there is a monthly reset coming up. But leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. I do appreciate it. It does help the channel. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.